Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of using the Pythagorean Theorem. This is standard 8.7c in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 5 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So how do I know this has to do with the Pythagorean theorem? Well, we see that we're looking for side length measurements that do not make a right triangle. When I see right triangle, I'm thinking of the Pythagorean theorem. Now, if we are wondering what that Pythagorean theorem is, it is going to be on your reference chart down at the very bottom. It's just going to say additional information. So it's not going to say right triangle. You are going to need to bring into the test with you right triangle deals with the Pythagorean theorem, and it's that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And so what this means here is that any right triangle, so I'm going to just draw an example here, right? So if I have a right triangle here, it could be isosceles, it can be scalene. Let's see if we can get that over there. There we go. What that means is that this side right here is A, this side right here is B. The hypotenuse is always C. And if you square the two legs and add them, it's going to be equal to the hypotenuse squared. So that's the Pythagorean theorem. So what this means is that we need to kind of plug each of these in, and they did go ahead and give it to us in order. They might not always give you these in order. You always just need to make sure the two legs don't really matter, but we can just go ahead and put A and B and C right here. Always make sure that of your three side lengths, the hypotenuse is always the longest, because it always will be, no matter what. All right, so we've got some multiplication to do. So you know what, let's open up our calculator here, and I chose this TI graphing calculator. You could use the other one if you'd like, but all we're going to do is we're just going to plug these in right here. So I've got my A is going to be 9 squared plus 11 squared equals 13 squared. So let's see, 9 squared plus 11 squared. Let's just see what that is. That's 202. And then I need 13 squared. Interesting. So it could be this very first one, 169, because those two definitely do not equal. So I'm thinking it could be that A, but let's just verify the rest of them, right? So change colors here. So we're going to do 18 squared plus 24 squared equals 30 squared. Let's see how that works. So 18 squared plus 24 squared, 900. Oh yeah, that's going to work, because 3 times 3 is 9, and then you've got two different zeros in there. So 30 squared is 900. All right, so that works. So it's not that one. Let's check this. 7 squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared. So 7 squared plus 24 squared, 625. I guess that could work. And then we've got our 25 squared. All right, 625, so it's not that one. All right, so most likely is that A, but just for good measure, let's go ahead and double check the last one. 20 squared plus 21 squared equals 29 squared. So 20 squared plus 21 squared, 841. All right, and then 29 squared, 841. All right, so it's not this one. So the only one that does not make a right triangle is going to be the one that does not work with the Pythagorean theorem, this 9, 11, and 13. So our answer here is going to be A.